Hey guys, it's Jason here from the Omni Sales team, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about one of the most unique concepts in new home construction, and it's called the apple tree mentality. Now, what you're about to hear in this video is something that doesn't get explained anywhere else. You're not going to go to any manager, any CEO, anyone else that's going to explain this to you, and it's because it's one of the industry's biggest kept secrets. Your management team, your CEOs are never going to discuss this with you because it encourages you guys to leave your displays. And for some reason, we're stuck in this backwards 1980s method where we have to be in our displays to sell homes. It's just simply not true. So if you're someone who's out there looking to get out of their displays, if you're looking to be able to have more time to be able to do what you want, but still sustain the sales you want to make, then today we're really going to break that down with the apple tree mentality. Now, everything that we do here at the Omni Sales, all of our courses, all of our content, everything is designed for us to be able to develop this mentality. Why? Because this is the new future of new home construction. The quicker you guys can get to 300 to 500 builds, which we talk about here, the quicker that your whole life's going to change. Now, what happens on step two? Step two leads us to the 300 to 500 build rule. So this rule is your job for working in displays is simple. Your job is not to be in there for 10 years. Your job's not to be in there for even 7 years. Your job is to be in there from 3 to 5, maybe 6 years if you're a bit slow like me, to be in the displays and to be able to build up 300 to 500 sales. Or 300 to 500 builds, I should say. Just because someone deposits doesn't mean they build. So when we've developed 300 to 500 builds, what does that mean? What does that look like? It means that you're building, say, 50 to 100 homes a year over like 5 to 6 years, whatever it is. So if we do 50 homes a year over 6 years, that's going to be 300 builds. If you're doing 100 homes a year over 5 years, that's 500 builds. So we should be averaging between 60 to 100 builds a year. If you're working as hard as you can in displays, if you're getting all the leads, if you're working them properly, if you're visiting land agents, if you're doing your job that they tell you to do, there is no reason why we shouldn't be able to get 60 to 100 builds a year. This is the key KPI that we want to work with. Now, if you work in a super busy center, is it possible to get 150, 200? Of course. But I've found, now when I worked as a new home consultant, understand that I used to present my own contracts, do my own tenders. So I had quite a bit of extra work than just perhaps what the standard consultant might have. So 60 to 100 was a very manageable workload for me to be able to do all that. If you don't need that, then we should definitely be looking 80 to 120 builds a year if you don't need to present your own contracts and tenders. But that aside, the goal is to get to 300 to 500 builds. Once we get 300 to 500 builds, we then move on to what's called the 10% rule. The 10% rule is simple. No matter what happens in any sale interaction anywhere in the world, 10% of people are going to buy with you no matter what. They're going to buy with you no matter what because you just connect with them no matter what. So if 10% will buy with you no matter what, that means the same rule will apply with how many people will refer to you no matter what. So if you've built up a beautiful relationship with 300 to 500 people, you've really developed them, you've transformed their life, you've stayed in contact, you've made sure they know that you care, 10% of those people every year, year on year, should be sending you a client, which means that every year you should be getting 30 to 50 builds. That's based on the 300 to 500 sales that you've done in your career. So if you've done 300 to 500 builds, every year in on that, after that, you should be getting 30 to 50 builds via referrals. Now, why is that important? Because these now this is really where we get special. Those 30 to 50 builds are builds that weren't required or weren't lead generated by your company. These were builds purely on the basis of referrals, recommendations that your clients you've built these great relationships have sent you. So in those final couple of years, let's say you choose to stay in displays for another few years, you get 30 to 50 builds just by you being you. Then you get the same 30 to 50 builds that you still do regularly. You're still getting 100 builds a year. But what happens is when you're ready to stop working in the display, when you want to separate yourself from the display and start to travel the world, start to go out and have more time with family, you're still able to pick up 30 to 50 builds a year without working in a display. Like guys, I want you to imagine that the average commission still is $8,000. So $8,000 is the average commission. If we're getting that on 30 builds, 8 times 3 is 24, you're still making 240K. You're making 240 to 400K by not needing to work in a display. Like, this is game changer. You are essentially developing your own business within the builder that you work for. Now, this comes the key part. You're going to get these no matter what. Those 30 to 50 builds every single year you're going to get. You're going to be getting $8,000 a deal or whatever your commission structure is, and you're going to be making 240 to 400K. Now, step 4 is the most important. It's called cut the check/time. So guys, please, if you have a friend that you're in sales with and you guys really want to become absolute weapons, send in this video. You guys work together, develop a team. You might even set up a team where you work together with someone on this idea. And then suddenly one person's selling, one person's meeting, one person's presenting. Like, you can develop yourselves into teams. So share this with someone who needs to hear it. If you found great value, chuck a like, feel free to subscribe. If there's anything you want to know about in new home sales, anything at all, put it down in the comments and we'll make a separate video on it. But as always, guys, I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.